Let's go.
run it 내 자신만 믿고 다요 후회 확기급 내 최선보다 10% 이상에서 계속 작업 champion music hard and moving 내 움직임이 마치 예술 같아 내 열정 보면 마치 괴물 같아 나 스케줄 없어도 난 매일 바빠 발전된 모습이 매번 달라 I'm loving my life 어려움을 겪고 배고픔이 커져 고비만 넘겨 부탄이 터져
We want to make sure that as many young women living here in Seoul have the opportunity to play sport to play it in a fun way, to play it in a way they've never imagined before and to break down those barriers of what it means to be a young female in Korea with a desire to play with their community and to have a lot of fun in doing so. So we see this weekend being an incredible opportunity for girls to come together and participate in sport in a phenomenal way. Actually, Korea was the very first country I ever visited when I left Australia in 1996. So the first country I ever visited, and then to come back in 2017, 20 years later, it's changed a lot. So my expectation, having been a few times, was that this was a city that was incredibly vibrant, very fast-paced, very digitally savvy, safe, and very friendly as well. So my expectations have been met, and I'm energised and absolutely in love with the people here and the speed that the city moves at. No, not really. We expected a really strong performance. One of the things that made us most happy was just how many consumers wanted to interact with us and have two-way conversations about their own stories, the phenomenal ways they live their lives and the way the campaign made them feel. We were really happy that the tone of the film came across the way we wanted it to, and we were able to inspire so many young women here in Korea. She's very funny, she's very entertaining. I would say the most important thing about her is just how real she is. She speaks so authentically and from the heart, and she's clearly an athlete that's still, pursuing her own athlete and sports goals as well. And I think that people who are starting out in sport, maybe not at the most elite level, really relate to her in a way and find inspiration from the journey that she's on as well. I think it takes conversation to start with, and I think it takes a bold statement from people in society, and I think Nike can operate and help with that kind of statement. You're right, it is about changing perception, and that was one of the number one things we wanted to do, was to shine a light on just how phenomenal Korean women's lives actually are, and just the fact that when they consider their lives normal, it's not normal at all. In fact, it's absolutely unbelievable, the way that they live their lives, the complexities that they deal with, and the potential that they can unleash. We think when you put sport into that conversation, it becomes an even bigger opportunity. I think as a brand, we're really impressed and inspired ourselves with just how much young women in the city and around the country are speaking up, and the way that they're conducting themselves in sport and everyday life. And I think there's an innate power in their own attitudes and movement and behaviours that as a brand we really want to shine a light on. And yes, we are noticing that movement as well, and feels like the time is right to really enable that conversation and make sure that everyone else is aware of their potential. Absolutely, yeah. The focus for the brand from now on is to absolutely lead with the voice of the female athlete, making sure that we serve her needs better than we've ever been able to before. And again, I think that comes back to the conversation around listening, being intuitive around the things that she needs and is asking the brand for. And as far as the work that the marketing team does, we'll continue to put her at the centre of that conversation, making sure that the inspiration is there when needed and the brand is there to serve her lifestyle in sport at all other times that she's asking us to.